the Goombay Bash together is not a small feat. We actually work on planning the event for an entire year. There are hundreds of people that work behind the scenes to make this happen. It's a family.
Hi, my name is Mary Beth O'Connor. My role in the Goombay Bash is I put together all of the baskets for the auctions.
My name is Kevin Casey. So I'm an ear, nose, and throat surgeon, and I just joined the H Foundation Advisory Board this year, so just getting started and helping out.
My name is Laura Van Zyl, and I serve on the advisory board for the H Foundation. I am involved with the lighting industry. The lighting industry represents about 40% of the money that has been raised for basic science cancer research through the H Foundation.
My name is Jose Torres, and I am a filmmaker. I get to film and edit and produce some of these amazing videos that we see.
My name is Mel Safford, and I am the co-founder and partner of Yes Collective, which is a creative agency here in Chicago. And we have the amazing good fortune to work with the H Foundation on bringing Goombay Bash to life.
To explain the Goombay spirit is something you have to experience. I don't even know how you can describe it. It's a feeling, it's a community, it's the fact that every single person that walks into the Goombay Bash has a story about why cancer is personal. Themselves, a family member, a friend, whether that person has triumphed over the disease or whether that person is no longer with us.
My younger brother, Jimmy, got diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, stage 4. He called and he said, "Mayor, I feel like I just got hit by a bus." And I said, what do you mean, Jim? He goes, "I've got cancer." He was not able to be operated on, but he did fight for 3.5 years with pancreatic cancer. Unfortunately, he lost his battle. He left behind his wife and 2 young boys, and it just inspired me to keep going. I had been involved with the Goombay Bash and for a couple years, and after that I just found it that I really wanted to stay involved, and even at a deeper level.
Cancer is personal to me because my wife is an ovarian cancer survivor. She had gone in for a physical, and doctor, as she performed the actual test, pushed on her side and there was a pain. After further testing and surgery 3 weeks later, it was actually confirmed that the rapidly growing mass was indeed a cancerous tumor that had been caught on time. And my world changed that day. My wife is here at one of the tables tonight. And she's probably gonna kill me after this because she does not know that I actually sat in this chair to tell our story. But more than anything, I'm proud that we're able to tell a story of success.
So my friend Christine Walltower, I've known her my whole life, grew up together in Northeast Minneapolis. We both really bonded over Duran Duran. It was our favorite band. Her favorite was Simon Le Bon, and mine was John Taylor. I consider her really my best friend, somebody who knew me better than anybody. And so Christine was diagnosed with cancer in August of 2010, and it was breast cancer. I think we had a rosier picture of what that future was going to be for her. And within a couple of months, after a lumpectomy, she did learn that it had metastasized to her bones, and she was going to be stage 4 cancer for the rest of her life, however long that was going to be. When she did pass in just a year and a half later, definitely, as much as I was already committed to the H Foundation, it really did make it that much more tangible for me personally to need an outlet to do something and make a difference.
In 2022, my dad was getting a little bit more fatigued and a little bit more forgetful. In October of 2022, he suffered a stroke and a seizure, and we almost lost him that day. Luckily, my mom and sister were there to act and save him and get him to the hospital, only to later learn that he had one of the most aggressive forms of brain cancer. It was obviously very sad and devastating to all of us. There were some beautiful moments too through it. We could have lost him that day, and we would have prayed for 10 more seconds, and we had about 13 months. He was my best friend, my hero. Lived most of my life trying to make him proud. And one of the reasons I went into medicine in the first place was to be the person that my friends and family could rely on to help them, live a long life. And so it was devastating to feel that helpless, and upon his passing, I felt like I had to do more. The H Foundation was a great outlet for that.
I was 7 months pregnant with my daughter, and it's also the first grandchild to my mom. My mom was doing a very routine physical, and she called and there was a pause. I knew something was wrong. She was calling from the ER. They did a colonoscopy and found that she had stage 3B colon cancer. And she just kept saying, I'm going to meet the baby. It's gonna be okay. I'm gonna meet the baby. She's the rock of our family. She ties everything together. She's our energy, she's our optimism, she's our North Star. After the shock comes down and you start to talk about what's possible, her doctors at Northwestern, put together a very aggressive plan. It was immediate surgery. I'm happy to say a month later I had the baby. I named her after my mom. So we have the Margarets together. Now a year and a half now of continued treatment, some additional surgeries and chemo. My mom is cancer-free today, and it just feels like the greatest gift in the world.
We all have that story. And we all have the opportunity to do something about it. To come to the table, to raise a paddle, to volunteer, to share about the H Foundation. There are so many things that can be done to make a difference in the fight against cancer.
Basic science research is going into, that's being funded by the H Foundation, is really helping so many different types of cancers.
Even while we're in the process of finding a cure, in the meantime, research is buying time. And that time is so meaningful, whether it's for somebody that I know or somebody I don't know. I recognize the value of time.
And the reality is 1 in 3 people are going to be affected by cancer. So if we can all come together and know that any financial contribution that we're making is going to make an even bigger impact, especially when those contributions are going to Northwestern, this medical team that saved my mother and saved my family and gave us such a gift.
You'll see the impact, and you'll see that we can make a difference.
Doctors that are researching, they're going to find a cure. Someday they will. And I'll have helped, and everybody at Goombay will have helped.